And welcome to Off the Track Monday. There's another evening that TSM is still MIA. Well, maybe it's not MIA. He's playing in Florida. He's trying to find trains on the water, but he's having not much luck. They didn't put skis on him. And we have a guest, Bubs 031. Say hi to Bubs. He's here. He's the replacement. And there's my good buddy Ray around the Layup Podcast. And I have the shirt on. Mr. Dwight Curley, Ronald Rondell, welcome. Who else we got? I saw Chris Magovia go home. And my deal from the South Down Switching Layout. Dwight Curley from the Curley Express.
M&M Rails.
Yeah. I saw Floyd Robbins in the chat, and our good buddy Mark from M&M Rails, Brian Ferguson, Fergie, Anthony Dodds, a model train outsider. And who else we have in here? Hot dog pilot Andy is here. He's still awake. He hasn't fallen over. Awesome Possum Rusty, welcome, sir. John Canavel, he's cold down there in the U.S. He wants a warm blankie.
It's raining up here. It's cold up here.
We had rain earlier today.
It's still raining here.
Mom and son, train rail fans, welcome Tammy and Ray. It was Ray's birthday on the weekend. Roger Coleman, welcome, sir.
Valley 56, welcome.
I did see Todd was in here earlier. Apparently he got the cookie. Well,
when did you put it up?
This morning. Todd, he was in here in between. I'm not sure when, but I think he got the cookie. Mark was second. Yes, 11:20.
Mark's getting slow.
Yeah.
Mark is getting slow.
Or he must have had a break from his class, you know.
He's got that phone going just to see you try and get a cookie. Come on. You know, either that or the Timbit. He's either going to do one of the two.
Well, hey, Floyd, 56XX, welcome. Well, the cookies we have in the house here are Laura cookies. My wife made a double batch for the church on Sunday. Mark has a full-time job. Yes, he does.
Yeah, but I bet you he's still under the desk, just like every other student. He's probably got the phone out to try and check the chat, see if something pops up to get the cookie.
Okay, Joe Rader. We were here for a bit longer. But yeah, so it's a pretty busy day. I put all the pumpkins away, and I did some work in the garage. I'm building a shelf for the two.
Actually, I should pull out my 4 units because it's that week that's coming up. I should pull those out actually.
Okay, which 4 are they? Your military ones?
Yeah.
My one veteran unit is getting fixed.
Which one? Oh, your CN?
Yeah, no, the Intermountain veterans units.
Oh, what happened to it?
The coder died on it.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Leo, you have a tree up already? Oh, the nerve! I don't want to think about a tree.
Oh no! Why would no Christmas decorations go up till after November 11th for me?
Mark is trying to do something. He chewed on a ball and started to bleed. Not fully healed, but because Lily has some teeth work done last week.
Oh, poor Lily.
Your neighbors hate you. That's okay, Leo. I'll forgive you. So I put everything away as far as Halloween I had out, except for my hat. I reversed it because reversible. I have a black hat now, so I can wear it. So it's only Halloween if I turn this way. They call these a bucket hat. So I started getting some more of these hats and wear them on lives. They like sparkling wigs. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, my interim. I was trying to learn trying to consist them using my program that's attached to my TCS controllers.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it stopped moving, and I started looking. I went on to the my test track. It wouldn't move. It would not go anywhere.
That's
So
not good.
so Paris Junction Hobby sent it back to Intermountain for service. So I haven't got back yet. And
That's almost like how my scale trains AC44 decided to poop the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to get that sent out. It took a while, but yeah.
Yeah, deal. Breaking track is right.
Well, it's more like there's always a bad decoder in a full batch once in a while. So
Well, apparently ESU did have a bunch of defective decoders.
yeah. Awesome Possum, no, I do not have a layout. Usually I either run at Go Big or Go Homes or I run at the club.
Right. He builds modules though for the club.
Yes. Yes. And
So
I should actually give off the clue.
Okay. Clue to what?
Should I? Should I?
Sure. Clue to your next module?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first clue was it's a place. The second clue was it's in Ontario. The third clue was a place Trains by Perry goes. And now for the fourth clue, because this is audio, this is not actually going to be written in the chat, so pay attention.
Okay.
Belt Pack George from Mini Prints services this on the CN main line.
So it's related to the main CN main line. So and Perry goes there. So I don't know what Perry does, so I'll leave it up to the chat to figure it out. Services CN. That's right, Leo. Hey, there's my good buddy Chris. So you know, Chris and me and Sean Pennywise, we are going to the Repeato 20th anniversary doo-doo at the Halton Radio Railway Museum on November the 12th, which is next week.
Okay.
That's in Halton. If you're familiar with Ontario, it's in Halton Hills. There's our good buddy Sparky. So the three of us are going to go bug the boys at Repeato from 1 o'clock till 5 on the Tuesday. And the Ancaster train show is on Sunday. And believe it or not, Lauren from OBR RI Railroad will be there. I'm going to that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I got to pick up all my stuff from Phil's train layout for my retaining wall.
Okay.
He's 3D printing all that, and I'm going to pick it all up on Sunday.
So no one's got the answer so far, but I will say someone is close. I will not say who.
Okay. And
I've got a funny feeling I'm making everyone suspenseful right now, and they're just going like, ugh.
That's all right.
I know, but it's this is the fun. It's the fun part of it.
Here's the question for you, Buzz. When are you going to start building this new module?
I still have to get track and all that, so that's going to be a big order and all that. Besides, really, this one won't be for a bit because I still have to start the Bojo, the extension. That's the main thing.
Hey, Penn Studio, welcome. Oh, Real Artist, you're a new name, new channel name. And I did saw Young Thomas in the chat too. Okay, so you're going to do the extension to Bojo first, and then
Yes.
you'll do this new module. So the new module will connect to the Bojo extension?
It's actually going to be its own, but
it's
it
gotta
can
go,
connect.
but you're going to put a somewhere in the layout, so it's got to connect to someone's module, but it's not yours.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just that it's not going to be double mainline. It's going to be Primo.
What's a primo mean? Primo.
Single track down the center.
Okay. No, Chris said Brockville.
No. Floyd said Vaughn. No.
Okay. Well, Vaughn's a long ways from the CN main line.
No, it's not. The yard's there. Mackey Yard is in Vaughn.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the main line being tied
It
together.
connects to the main line.
Well, it's connected. Yes, that I know. It's connected.
And
Yes.
someone said Oshawa. I don't know who.
Brian Ferguson said Belleville.
No.
Well, the yard in Brampton's connected to the main line too, intentionally.
Yes.
I've been to that yard. That's a pretty cool yard.
Who said Oshawa? I can't remember.
I didn't see.
No.
Fifth Kingston.
Someone said Oshawa, though. I don't know who.
Floyd said Brockville.
No.
No, Vaughn is north of Mississauga and east of Mississauga. How far north, I'm not sure exactly, but Vaughn is north of the. You see the Highway 400 and the 401 going north a little bit. Spelled wrong. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I never think of the yard in Vaughn being part of the main line, but it's connected to the main line. Because there's a C main line that runs through the middle of Toronto.
We got Lauren online. Lauren just popped in.
Hey, Mr. OBR. I haven't bothered him, but he's been working on his new web page this week, and apparently it's up and running because I got in okay. Yeah, it's up and running.
I actually have not even seen it yet.
It's up. I don't know if we had any glitches in it yet, but I got in, changed my password as I instructed, and I was able to get in. So he's in.
So far it's still buffering for me.
I'm not buffering here. Oh, the website? Yeah, I had that problem too. But Ronald Rondeau, welcome, sir. So if anyone hasn't seen it, I don't have pictures here. There, I have a new logo, not changed slightly, and stickers are on the way. I have pictures over here. I put in the camera view because I don't have a way of putting it onto the screen. But I haven't figured out how to do it. But I have them here.
Okay.
So
what do you have to do to reactivate your account then?
Just follow. You need your email address. Punch in punch in your email address. You'll get prompted for a new password.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based on email. I did it this afternoon. I had no problem with it. So there's my new logo. This is just a bit more modernized. Still the same 401, but that's my different same image. I took a new image and we changed the color. I still got the blue tone too, but I'm doing the red. It's the TH&B colors. Yeah, it happened. I think Lauren been working on it all weekend probably.
Yeah, it says I completely forgot. I don't know my password, so I gotta. I got to
My
basically
copy of this
resend my
message
stuff.
is to enter a new password. Start over.
Well, I got to basically resubmit my email so that I can make a new password,
But it'll
which
pop
is what
up
I'm
and
doing.
it'll come back because mine did, Bubs. Yeah. So I got these done at a company out in Williams Lake, British Columbia.
Ooh. Okay.
Canadian. And he's doing 3 iron press transfers for me.
Okay.
Laura says do the forgot password button. So yeah, so they're in the mail. So new stickers.
Nice.
So here, I'll put this right in the chat here. But I followed the prompts and I had no problem. My internet was a little sluggish today, but once I got in, all my previous order was all there, so I didn't lose anything. So
I'm trying to type my new password in, and something
yeah,
turns on.
that's all. Simple assignment. So I'm not sure if Lauren's ready for orders yet because he's going to the Lancaster train show, and if he's going, I got to order some canopy glue. And I'm going to the train show first. Our club had a train show on Saturday. We had 178 people come. Okay, well, I'll do the order tomorrow, Lauren, and I'll get it Sunday. Yeah, our club had our train layout sale on Saturday at the Legion. We had 178 people come through. I helped my neighbor sell off all his excess rolling stock. My neighbor been modeling trains for over 70 years, and he had a lot of stuff.
That's weird. I just hit my password button, and it's asking me to update my password again.
Yeah, just do it.
I tried to put my new password in, and it says it won't let me use my password.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Hang on.
Hello, Wesley, how you doing? Well, you look at that. I'll look through the chat and see what we got.
Yeah.
Now, Leo wants to know more about your club. And Lauren says, are you serious? I know I didn't have an issue today. It was slow on the end, but I thought I blamed
There we go.
my internet. But once it booted in, it was fine, and I did an order. I haven't finished the order, but it's there. And
okay.
And I found this. I did the search on it, and I found it. It popped in, so it seemed to be functioning for what I did today. Now
I got it now. It's working. It's working. But I had to redo, even though the password I just put in, it asked me to re-update a second later, and I had to make a new password right after.
So you're okay now, Bubs? You're in?
Yes, I'm in for now. We'll see what happens next time.
Did you like the appearance of it? Because Lauren's
It looks good. It looks good.
I thought it was excellent. It looked pretty really nice.
It does look good. I like it.
Yeah. So the club did okay. I sold my neighbors he had a lot of rolling stock. I mean, really old stuff. Some guy came and bought 8 flats of horn hook coupler stuff for about.
Horn hook.
He uses her painting class to teach you how to paint.
No, that's good. That's good.
So we sold for over $400 in used stuff that he had.
No, that's good.
But this he's 91 years old. He's been modeling for 70 years.
Wow.
70. And he's got stuff downstairs that he's never opened up. He has one of the original turbos that he bought.
Oh,
Ran it on my layout, but someone borrowed it one time and dropped it and damaged a transmission in it, and you can't get parts for it.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
had
Down south switching layout. Oh, sorry.
I
Down
had
south switching layout. Yeah, there's people that come out from a good ways to come to our club.
Yeah, well, your club is a bit of a drive from Dundas.
Oh, I know.
I want to come to Ampere Train Show though.
Yeah, it's going to be different this year when it pops up because it's not going to be at the arena because I think they're going to be working on the arena.
Okay.
I'm
So
trying. I don't know when I'm going to get more information about this, but we could be at the Science and Tech Museum in Ottawa for 5 weeks straight.
5 weeks?
Yes.
That's a good long show.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, Chris had his layout done by then.
No.
Well, I gotta come.
I don't think so.
If I gotta come visit, we gotta run trains.
Yeah.
I haven't run my new NP36, which is now NP40 locomotive yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
So apparently that sound file has a 645 prime mover, whereas the actual 40s have a 710.
I'm not sure if Perry changed the sound file or not.
No, he did not, because that was what came with it. You actually have to go onto ESU to find the file for the actual 710 to actually do that.
Okay, Leo, you're driving. You just volunteered.
But we still don't know. I think we're going to talk about it tomorrow night on a chat with our club. Like, they're going to ask us if we should do this, and then we'll find out if it's going to be a go, because I think what they're trying to do is from February to March.
Right.
And it's basically, the layout's going to be up for 5 weeks straight. I can go down every weekend if I want to.
Right.
And it's going to be in one of the main halls in the Science and Tech Museum.
Yeah. Tim, my plan is to unbox 6 new locomotives, so I got the main line clear of trains. The trains are in the yard, 2 of them. This is a THMB. But yeah.
So yeah.
So Spark wants to know how many members of the club have.
I think we're around 60.
That's pretty good.
I think. Hang on, I have to look. I'm actually on the website right now, so give me a sec.
But yeah.
We right now have 43 full-time members. We got 12 to 13 probationary members, and we have about 8 associate members.
Okay.
So we're around 60 people right now.
Our club has over 100 members.
Wow.
Yeah, well, our layout, we use the Dundas Legion for our layout.
Yeah.
And we got to take it apart every running night. It comes apart.
Okay, yeah. We run once every 6 weeks, and we leave it up for the whole weekend, but we tear it down, and then we make a new one every 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's predetermined layout, but they designed it a way to take it apart, and it's hinged and pins to take it apart, and it stacks on carts because we had to store it in a certain spot in the back.
Yep.
If Legion had lots of money, we would leave it up, but the Legion is struggling, so they need money to keep it afloat.
Yeah. We've been actually moving to a cart system now too with a lot of our modules, like especially our club stuff. That way there it just rolls right onto the trailer when we go to a show or something.
Yeah, ours doesn't leave the building.
Ah,
Our layout's probably each module is, I think, about 6 feet long, maybe 7,
wow.
and there's at least 6 modules on each side, and 2 corner units and middle units. Fairly big. If you ever, the company that's gone now that is was Valley City, they made they're a commercial furniture manufacturer. Most they did was furniture for schools and churches, that kind of stuff. Well, the owner retired, but the guy that did all the work was an employee there.
Okay.
So he did most of the building of it all, but it's all modular. We used hinge pins, took them all apart and made custom pins. So you pull the pin out and the module would pivot on the hinge. And the lace come off and they're designed to stack on each other. And there's four carts and four or 5 modules per cart.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think we got right now. Well, our yard it gets packed into one cart. It's 7 modules, so it actually fits in one.
Yeah.
Our Ys, we have our big Ys which fit into one big module, and we have our small Ys that fit into another big one. Plus, our end modules actually also go into that. Mark, quit being funny. Come on.
I can move if you want Bubs to the basement, Mark. I can move and he'll gladly drop to the basement, leave you on your own. Hello, Mr. Plumber 33.
Yeah. Still, so far, no one has got it.
Okay.
So the next clue will probably be on Thursday's chat if no one gets it tonight. And I've noticed that people are trying to put multiple guesses in there. You only get one guess, everyone. One guess per live chat. So you can't always just keep guessing. You can only pick one.
Yeah. Suspicious. But yeah, so our good buddy Mikey Boy should be back from the sunny south tomorrow night.
Coming back up into the drizzle cold north.
Well, Chris, you won this is yours here. This is your kit, buddy. This is for Chris because it's an N scale water tanker. That's going to Chris.
Which Chris is that?
Whiskey Creek Chris with a C.
Oh, okay.
It's N scale. So that's Chris. That's for Chris.
What I said to technically, if you do win, it would be a gift card to OBR, which I have done before.
Yeah. So yeah.
I know. I got a funny feeling Whiskey Creek probably wants in on this. That's why.
Yeah. Now I was talking about last week when I was doing a video.
Yeah.
On building my caboose.
Yeah.
And I was using my GoPro. I got this from Sparky. This guy right here. Well, I ran it for 23 minutes. And I noticed that the GoPro was getting so friggin' hot. So I turned it off and I pulled the battery out. Well, the battery, I couldn't get it out for normal me. I had to get a pair of pliers and pull it out. And the battery almost, it swelled in the center. It got so hot. So that battery is toast. So I was talking to Rainer. He's up in Alliston, Ontario. He's another YouTuber. And he said, well, I never thought you can use, there's a charging port on the GoPro on the side of that. Well, you can actually run the camera using that cord and plug it into a charging port.
Yeah.
And a cord. But I thought, well, my Ryobi battery inverter, it will power my GoPro.
Okay.
So I can take this anywhere with the GoPro, but I just gotta buy a longer cord. Plug this in here.
Yeah, you definitely would have to get yourself, say, get yourself a 6 or 10 foot cord
Yes,
to say if you're running off of something,
that's right.
because if you put it right next and say you're trying to get trackside, your battery's going to be hanging from the thing. So,
Well,
oh,
yeah,
that's pretty neat. That's holding.
yeah. So now I can do this, take this with me on my tripod, put it on the ground. I bought 18-volt batteries. And there you go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that was pretty cool. That worked out. Quite pleased with that.
Yeah, because you do not want to pay for a brand new GoPro.
No, and I like the one that Sparky gave me. I was quite pleased with it. And I can control the camera with my phone. And if you win it, you can something. Yeah, I can control. I had the camera testing it today. It was in the workshop, and I was in here, and I was controlling the camera from here, so I had good range on that. As long as you got a good Wi-Fi communication between the GoPro and your phone, it was good. And maybe because I'm downstairs and I have better, I don't know, but it worked really well. So I was quite pleased with that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and I thought it tonight too, because I want to get out more locomotives out of boxes.
Yeah.
So
start doing that. I'm actually going to go to my room and my train room.
Yeah.
And I am going to go grab my 4 to get those guys out for commemoration.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
And I will move this out of the way. And I will get. So I have. These are Walters Proto. They are SW9 decency and sound.
Yeah.
I've had these for more than a year. But I never run them yet. They never been out of the box.
Nice.
So, and they're all DCC and sound. When Walters released them, they were only came 2 DC and sound. He went full camel. He didn't go full camel. He's just thinking you are full camel. I'll move this stuff out of the way here.
I wish I had a little table set up as well.
Next week, running box cars for a challenge. But I'm only going to do TH&B. That's an extra piece. I never put on the extra pieces they supplied with it because I can't see them anyhow, so it doesn't matter.
Mark, you're not getting these.
So I'll turn the camera on so you can see this guy here.
Yeah.
So that's number 56. That's the first guy.
Is that your SW9?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I thought the SW9 only had 1 stack, not 2.
They had the THB had 4 in the roster.
No, I understand that, but I thought the SW9s, the actual units, I thought they only had 1 stack, not 2.
Well, I do not know. Here, I can show you something else, Bob. It says compare manufacturer dates. Get it out of here. This is an SW9.
Yeah.
This is a Proto 2000. Not too healthy because I dropped it. So this is number 55. This one here had 2 stacks. I broke it off though, the one I kind of dropped it.
Okay.
Still works, but it's rough.
Yeah.
This one is all custom painted, but it had 2 stacks. I have the stack. It's in a little drawer in my workshop, but it's 2 stacks. The only thing I found.
Oh yeah, the shell came off and everything. Yikes.
Oh yeah, it went a tumble. The only thing I know from the gurus from THB Society that some of the steps or something was the wrong color, and they had to change that. And we won't get into that kind of crap because I wasn't too happy with the discussion they had over. So the other 2 I'm going to crack open. You'll see.
Chris, what are you talking about?
Well, color. THB are very prototypical. Very.
Oh, I understand that. I'm just trying to read the chat. What Chris was saying for a second.
What did Chris say?
That
Hey,
are these locals the ones I bought from you for $1? Really?
You selling it?
No, I am not selling.
Face the Ace. Welcome.
Yeah.
And
Lauren, the website's a lot easier to actually navigate, to tell you the truth. It is easier to navigate.
I haven't done much, but I don't have the 1000s, Tim. These are not the 900s. And I haven't looked at the actual photography in our area yet because I have pictures of THB. I'm debugging the hell out of it. Well, that's good. I didn't bother chase. I sent Laura an email, but I didn't. I know he was busy. I just know that the gurus of the THB Society were quite fussy over the THB stuff, and you'll see when I unbox the GP9s, you will see what I mean.
Okay.
While you're chatting there, because you'll see. Because when they brought the GP9s out, there was a lot of questions about the color scheme. I mean, a lot of discussion there. So that's number 57. Now, I'm not sure if these have been programmed, but I'll try and run them on 3. I'm not going to program tonight.
Okay.
Once they come out of the box, they don't go back in the box. So I'm actually going to IKEA tomorrow to get a cabinet to store trains.
Yeah.
While I was working in the garage today, I'm building a shelf for my cubes so I can put my THB engines on that shelf.
Okay. Wow, it has all of my past transactions too. Wow.
There's number 50. Yeah, that's all us there. It's
like every transaction I have had.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Still there.
So yeah.
Still there.
So I brought out my 4 units. It's not completed It's not the complete collection yet, though, for the CP veteran units. Still waiting on 2 more.
Sparky was putting new couplers on his yesterday.
Oh,
I was there.
on his Athearn units.
Yep.
What did he use? Did he use number 5s, or what did he use?
I didn't ask him, but he was putting new KDs on yesterday.
Okay.
I was there yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he didn't like
No,
me.
Lauren, you did a fantastic job with the site. Thank you. It's a lot easy. It's a lot easier to actually scroll through. Now I'm just gonna wait to see when something comes in for how it is with hey.
So there's the last of those four. I'll move this camera back. No. This is number 55.
Oh, okay.
You see that? Move this back a bit, you have a better view of it. So that's all four of them.
Okay. A little bit fuzzy. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Let me put 55 on the track and see if I can. I'm not sure if they're programmed or not. Find out.
You may just have them still as number 3, eh?
Yeah. But the other 55 I have, that was a custom paint job by a friend of mine. Lauren knows him. Steve Nichols did it. But I dropped it last year. Let's see that.
So what is left to your TH&B roster that you need?
I have them all in diesels. Every one.
So what's left in Steam?
Oh, I have to get I still got unboxed the GP7, so I won't do that tonight. But I have
Okay.
I got unboxed the GP9s,
Okay.
and I unboxed the SW9s. Depending on who you say it's SW7s, but they're SW9s. 03. Turn that on, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had a table here that I could set up everything, but really what everyone's going to see is the box art with my stuff. Because if I had a table, I'd set them up right here at least.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got 7023, which is going to be getting a which is going to be getting an ESU decoder. I may just pull them out of at least just because the box art's not doing well. I just looked in the camera; it did not do that good.
There's one going.
So there's 7023 right there.
Oh, that's cool. Did you get the one we saw at Spit Falls?
7020. I do have that one. Like I said, I got all four so far.
Yeah, there's more coming out though, isn't there?
Well, Ronald, that is number 7023, CP's SC-70 ACU of the Air Force, commemorating the Air Force for the United States and Canada. So that was 7023.
So that one's running. I'll let that run, the one run around the loop a bit, get it warmed up.
Well, yeah, it's been probably sitting in a box for quite some time there. It just needs to get some work done.
More than a year.
Needs some money.
More than a year.
It needs some runtime.
But now, well, these are the Atherogenesis GP9s.
There's 7020.
These are the ones that had the controversy with.
I think they should be out in 2025, hopefully. Actually, I'm wondering if Lauren's still in the chat, if he could actually tell us, because he would tell us if they're coming and when they're coming.
What's that?
The last of the ACUs, the last of the veteran units.
Good question. I don't know.
So 6644 will be out in 2025. Are you okay? Mid to end 2025. Now, Ronald, I know you're going to get 6644, but also, are you going to get 7030 Strathcona? Because I consider that a six veteran unit technically. Anyone with a badge like the ES44 Strathcona unit and the ACU Strathcona, I consider that as a veteran unit. So here's 7021.
Good night, Leo. So if you look at the this GP9, you see the color of the locomotive.
Yep.
Now I'll put the SW9 in front of it, so you can see the view of that. Can you see the color difference in the two?
Your camera moved. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, definitely. You could see. It looks like your GP9 actually is sun bleached.
It's actually more pinkish red.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It was out in the sun, is what I'm saying. It looks like it got bleached.
Now this one here, my 55, my original 55, that's painted with the proto paint that Rapido provided.
Oh,
Now
there's my 7020.
Now I'm going to move the camera a bit, and another one here. This guy here, this is a Kato drive.
Yep.
And I got this one from Warren. Believe it or not, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Lauren had, maybe 4 years ago, Lauren had a estate sale, and I saw it on Facebook. So I said,
Okay.
"You want to go for a road trip?" And I went for a ride, and I cleaned out on THB. So I still have them. I have these two here, and I have the NW2s. And I got two more NW, which are up here. They're Kato.
Okay.
So I have a set of NW2 Kato. I have a set of GP9s in Anther and Genesis, and I got a set of GP9s in Kato.
Okay.
So more likely they were produced by Atlas.
Yep.
Because Atlas back then was using Kato drives. But that is, you can see the color difference between that one there.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, there's a difference between all three of them. Definitely there. There's definitely a difference in color. Very different. There is no arguing over the color on that part. So that's more of my THB roster. And the other 401, which is over on the shelf, that's the one that's in my logo. My original logo was that one too, because everybody said that I should use my pictures, not somebody else's, because I was using a comic I found. So I used my logo. I took a picture with my camera, and I found an app to make into a comic that twisted a bit.
Okay.
Which you see in my logo now. But my new sticker is I took a new picture of 401, the other 401. Well, Tim, I have lots of THB. You haven't seen my THB. I don't have room for all my THB. There's these here are THB. Well, I changed the camera around. Hang on a minute. I actually used my My other THB NW2. These are THB. I got a pair of them. There's another one there. DCC and sound. And another one.
There's so much in my back room there that I am not pulling everything out tonight.
When you collect trains and you run them at the club.
Yeah.
But that's the other one. So I have lots of THB, and of course my 55 is very slow tonight.
Well, it's meant for working in the yard anyways, right?
But also too, yeah. But I also noticed that I'm not sure the pilot getting hit in my.
Yeah. Inc. I do like Canadian Pacific.
You've been sitting for over, I don't know, a year and a half. Now, Chris, you. Any plans for your layout?
Like I can't really do a layout where I am right now.
Yeah.
It's just an apartment.
Unless you make a portable, like a small switching layout.
Yeah, but well, even my modules, that's still too big of a switching layout.
Yeah.
And I don't have the actual things to run it. Like, I don't have the $700 Digitrax system for it, like the Zephyr or anything. So I mostly run everything off my phone.
Okay. So you don't have a separate command station that you own personally?
No, I do not.
Okay. And you Digitrack at the club, right?
They use JMRI and ESU.
Oh, okay. They don't use Digitrax at all then?
Yes, they do use Digitrax. It's just that they also have JMRI there as well.
Well, JMR is more of a software, but the actual brains of the DCC system is Digitrax, though, right?
Yes.
I use NCE.
Yeah, it's Digitrax as well. Everyone has like people with their phones and tablets still use Y-Throttle or Engine with iPhone or Engine Driver with Samsung. Some of the club members will actually bring the TCS throttles,
right?
Or they'll bring the old and the new Digitrax throttles too.
Okay. See, when I first started into trains, which I think on Halloween night, it was 5 years I started on this road train layout. And I met Sparky. Sparky's one of the first guys I met in YouTube. I didn't really have a YouTube channel at the time. I created a YouTube channel so I can share video with the family. And again, and I met Sparky, and I started looking because I didn't know what DCC was. I knew DC because I worked with it all my life. If it had a so much industry out there had DC motors, I fixed those suckers. So I knew DC everywhere. That I knew, but I didn't know this fancy DC. So Sparky said he got NC. So I started looking in best. I didn't know the hobby stores. I knew OER because when my father-in-law passed away, I bought a TGV locomotive from the hobby store in town, and I dropped that one, getting it set up in the garage. So I started looking for what kind of way I find some parts to fix it, and I came across the OVR site. I think I paid $2.25 for a locomotive I had from the hobby store near home. That's across the road from here now. And OVR had one $149. Well, I bought that.
No, it's not bad.
And then I started looking into DCC systems. And I went to the hobby store in town, and they were $700-800 and didn't have any stock really. And I went back to check OBR. I asked Sparkly, yeah. So I bought my DCC system. It came from OBR. I've had it
Okay.
4.5 years now.
Anthony, I can't, like I said,
welcome. Anthony Borden, welcome. Edward. So yeah, so probably OBR was probably the first hobby store, second hobby store I discovered, and I try to buy hobby stores close to home. I try to cater to the people, the ones around me that help me, and they do. So that's my THB roster. Except for that, I have not unpacked the GP7s yet.
yeah, you said you weren't going to unpack those tonight.
No. Yes, offer.
No. So
But these NW2s. Now you can see too. There's a different paint color too, because the second two were painted with the True Line paint that Lauren sells. Hey, GRE 257, welcome. Let me change the camera now. You can see it's hard to see it, but you can see the color, a little bit of color change, especially in the cream. So there is, move this foam out of the way. I don't need that. So you can see a bit of a tone change. So this guy here, 53, gotten from OBR, the cream is lighter than the cream on the 54 and 52.
Okay.
Slightly different because this one here, the 53 is painted with the Proto paint from Rapido Trains. 54 is painted with the True Line paint that Lauren carries.
Okay.
Hey, Robert Flying Crow, welcome.
Yeah,
so you can see the difference in paint. And I don't know what color this guy is here on the 403. It's a different color altogether. But 55 is almost made it round his lap. It's really cool. But that's as far as diesels. I do have I have several steamers. Only one they run, and it's Broadway. But I also have a River Aussie at DCC and Sound too. I don't run it too much because it's got a screw for the mechanism that's loose, and I need to somehow get some nail polish and lock it in a bit because it kept popping out on me. But that's THB in locomotives. But these Athearn units, they may be ugly color, but they run good. And I'll move my 55 out of the way because this. I was working on my elevated module section, and I forgot I was using it for a tester. I tipped it upside down and went flying on the floor. So it went crush. It still works. It runs. But it's more, I leave it for just a static display now. But
let's see.
55 is a little slow.
So, Anthony, from what you were saying earlier about me trying to get a small little shelf layout, I actually don't have the room in that back room to make one. I don't. I do not. No. That's like storage, sort of, and my office, really.
Hey, Robin Genya. Sidetrack. Yes, what we had, believe it or not, in Hamilton, there were two paint manufacturers, and the paint shop, will go down to the two paint manufacturers in Hamilton, and they would mix the paint, and they would mix it as close as they could to the original color. So you might get a variance in the colors, but I just know Lauren will remember that, but I just remember the conversation over the color change. I even knew people that had Proto 2000 locomotives, and they would actually sell one to get another one that hoped the color would match better. Hey, Mr. Derail Dale, welcome, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was amazing.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. So it's interesting about color on THB. But I also told one guy, says, well, your conversation over color, it didn't hurt the manufacturer, but it hurt the hobby stores. And I was quite vocal.
Hey.
What's that?
Wait, this guy was. What were you saying about this guy? Like he was getting vocal about colors?
Yeah, well, the community was getting vocal over color on the GP9s. The community itself as a whole, they didn't like it. It wasn't correct. But it's not. It wasn't the stores didn't do it. Athearn did. They should have squawked at Athearn, not the store.
Oh.
That's the way it went.
Yeah, it's whoever does the paint job.
Yeah, but it's over the bridge now. I have mine. I've had mine for about a year and a half. I just came out of the box this week. So, but again, take a while to get these GP9s broken in. But I have so of all the diesels, I have them all. There's nothing left. I was actually looking at the train show. I'm getting a spare number 72.
Okay.
And they have one there. And the only one I'm looking for is when CP Rail took over THB, a lot of the GP9s got chopped down to a GP9U.
Yeah.
And the road number is 1682. So I would like to get that one, but the only way I'm going to get that is have it custom done, and I would need to find a Proto 2000 GP9 because there's apparently there's a couple people in the States that actually make a nose kit for that locomotive.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked into it, and I don't have anybody right now that would paint it. So other than maybe going to Perry.
Well, he's working tonight, so I don't know if you're gonna have to probably send him an email.
Ready to do it. Ink rails, I have 4 or 5. Let's count. 1, 2. I have 4 pumpkins. I have 4 pumpkins.
Yeah.
Mr. Ink Rail.
Whiskey Creek, yes, they are. I just don't know if they're doing the number that.
They're not doing the THB one. But
no, they're doing GP9Us.
Yeah, but I think it has the dynamic brakes on it.
Well, actually, they do, but then they don't later. They have the shell for the for the dynamic brake, but it was just a straight cooling fan. There was no actually dynamic brakes on the unit, I don't think.
I have to look at it and see if it's the same, because all they did with the THB version is chop the hood down and took the torpedo tubes off the top. Hey, Mr. John, 2618, welcome. I'm not 100% sure on that, Mr. Sidetrack. Oh, now they want to buy your couch.
No one's buying my couch.
I didn't see a for sale sign on it, though.
There is no for sale sign on my couch. No.
Well, the one I need, Chris, is 1682. Is the locomotive that ran out of Stelco in Hamilton. So I don't know. But here's
no.
This one here is a River Rossi. This guy here, or an I8 River Rossi. I have an I8C twice.
Okay.
The other one is over here. Now, this guy here this one is rough. I'll tell you right now. When we first got it, I got this for a Christmas present from my father-in-law for 10 years ago.
Okay.
And he always told me it needed electrical work. Okay, fine. I put it away. I didn't have it later. But when he passed away, I went looking for it because I wanted to run it for his memorial. And I realized, that's why it doesn't work, because I looked at the back of it. The original motor was gone.
Oh, so it's a dummy.
Nah, not correct. It's not a dummy. It works.
Oh.
So I bought one from the place I found in the States that sold antique River Rossi and IAC locomotives. I was looking for parts to fix this one. And I came across a locomotive down there and I bought it. And I had them put in a chip into it to make it run DCC. Well, I got it up here to Canada and I started testing at the club layout. It didn't work. So I sent it to Steve Nichols and it was New York Central. We relabeled it the 501, put a sound decoder in, which I got from OVR.
Yeah.
And we used the original, this one here, for a sample to figure out how to get it apart. Well, when we took it apart, my father, see, the lids, they come up pretty easy, right? Because it's not attached. My father-in-law adapted another motor to it, right there. So my father-in-law was a minister, but he also worked for the THB, and we discovered that. So this maybe work, but it's DC though. But that is that's part of the collection. I have one more which we eventually fixed up. It is DCC and sound. It has an E issue in it. Hey, there is our good friend Rainer, ACHB Railway. Yeah, I'm at my own place. I'm in the THB yard right now. But that's THB. That ain't counting rolling stock. I got too many rolling stock. I really do. I got, well, you know those 3,800 hoppers that Repeato put out?
Yes.
Well, I got at least four of them in THB.
Yes.
At least four. Mr. Robin Gagnon, if I didn't say hi to you before, let me change the camera around. But that's what I got in THB. And so when I worked at Duke Electric, the track that ran parallel to Duke Electric, Mr. Scott Rails Welcome, which is a CP line. Well, that used to be the THB track. It's a spur line.
Yeah.
Because it used to have a spur line off that track that went to Duke Electric, because Duke Electric used to be Barton Lumber. And I actually found a ruler made back in the US of A that says Barton Lumber on it. It's in the garage. THB. And where I live on Dundas Street in Dundas, Ontario. There used to be a train tracks up Dundas that fed up through Hat Street. And believe it or not, I have a car here. It's the green one. I think it's here. Yeah, this guy here. I have a picture of this locomotive and 55 on my street where I live.
Okay.
I bought this this came from Dundas Valley Hobby because I was just happening in the store and I saw it there and I had to have it. So I have the 55 and that will run together eventually. So let's give 55 a bit of push because it's getting sluggish.
Happy Valley. No.
It's very slow, I'll tell you. It's running slowly. I may have to set up I may set up my cable track, my other track, and do a loop and run it separately. And just
what speed step do you have it at right now?
126.
That's at 126 and it's running that slow?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very slow.
That's got to get programmed.
Maybe I had it set at 55. The road number.
No, I understand that, but if it's at speed step 126 and it's that slow, that's got to get checked out.
Yeah, well, I haven't done that. I just unboxed it tonight, so we aren't doing that, but it needs some investigation. But yeah, they've been in the box for over almost, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years now. So
Probably.
But I know when I took when I put the Athearn, the 401 on it ran really good. Yeah, it could be, John. I do not know what the factory did to these things at all. I have no idea. But I ought to put them on the program track and set them up.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't let the time change.
Oh, yeah. Daylight savings time as well just happened this weekend. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. So, John, I believe Walter's put in ESU into them. These are factory to the factory.
The one that's running on the layout right now?
Yeah. These are all factory to code.
Is that? What if it was? Is it a Walters or is it a Proto 1000? You said
it's a Walters Proto, a new line they just brought. It's brand new.
Yeah.
These are all
it's probably.
Factory. Right on Walters. Walters did all this. They're factory to code right on the factory. So I don't.
So yeah, just if you throw it on the programming track, like John said, it could be in switching mode, which definitely does cut it down in half.
Yeah. And that part I'm not familiar with, so I will have to get someone to help me with that eventually, because I'm not familiar with into the high end programming locomotives.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll find out. We'll see if it pulls the car later. But yeah, they've not been out of the package.
Huh.
This came out tonight. First time ever been out. But if I put this this other guy on, we'll put 403 on track 2. Track 2. That's why I was working on the garage for a shelf so I can put some on display. I don't want to put them away. I hate putting things back in the box. That's how they get damaged.
Oh, actually, give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I'll be here. And we'll fire up 403. There goes 403. I might have a dead spot in this track out here because I don't have. Yeah, John. Mike has one, but he's in Florida with you. I missed something here. Yeah, I don't have anybody local here. Okay, John, I will, because I'm not familiar with that side of the coders, but I will put them on my programming track and factory 7 and reprogram. I'll do that for sure. But this guy's running good. Grab the furniture. Ended up beating a husky that's not happy. Yeah. Well, that's not good, Rainer. At least he's not in your train room. But I like these Atherms. That's for Mikey.
I'm back.
I'm back. You were back. Your camera went. I'll ring the bell for Mike. There you are.
I just got back. I saw it and it just died on me. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. You spoke too soon, yeah. But yeah.
Actually, I think I know why. I'm gonna unplug my phone. I think it's the battery because I've been having the battery running. It's been plugged in and charging while we've been chatting. So
Yeah. Well, that's good. But yeah, I'm happy with my collection. but I have their match sets though too. You have to think they're not oddball. So my GP7 they're all Atlas.
no, that's good. Like as long as those things are.
And my NW2s are all Kato. My Athearn Genesis, 3 are Kato, 3 are Athearn Genesis. And my SW9s are technically, Walters Polo.
Yeah.
So that's good that way.
No, that's good.
And my new sticker should be here on Tuesday. And I bought 3 iron-on transfers to make three T-shirts.
Okay.
There's a place in Brantford that do it for me. I didn't. I was looking at Vista Print, but I was unsure of that place.
Okay.
So this place in Brantford do it for me. I'm not going to sell. I thought of shirts for people, but I don't know. They're so expensive. Like even buying a shirt is $18. Then you got to do the artwork for it, and then you got to mail them out. And not to make money. It just I think it'd be hard.
Yeah.
And with the U.S., you got to pay for it. You can't e-transfer to pay for it. You got to do a PayPal invoice.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure I want to get into that personally. I'm not into. Me and Mark are not here to make money. We want to share with the community, but so far I haven't found a way of sharing shirts cheap. I live on a pension, so I gotta be careful.
Yeah.
When the government gives me a raise, I get more trains. That's that. So I know Lawrence got one that he has that I want to get. It's maybe at Christmas time. We'll see. It's a war bonnet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's going along pretty good. That's good.
Oh yeah, I know that. I have the 401. It's in the yard. I had that before, and I got my. And of course, I want to eventually get my passenger trains going.
Yeah.
But I got to do all the couplers. I haven't got around to doing that. I'm going to work on the kit next week. Start the kit.
What, on your CN stuff or on your TH&B stuff?
I have a kit for the layout.
Oh yeah, your station.
Yeah, it's I'll take this off now. But I have it's a warehouse kit. I got that from OVR too. It's a warehouse kit.
Oh, okay.
I have Todd. I have the 501. They never had a 500. We had the 502, I think. I had the 501 right here. How many copies of it do you want? I got 1, 2. I have 4 copies of the 501. 1 Rivarossi, 2 I8C, and 1 Broadway. And that one I won't take out of the box. It's up there above me. That came from a guy out in British Columbia. I had the New York Central too, and I sold that one. So I decided not to do that. But I have the, I put it over here and you see it. And I can see the chat from my big, I have a big monitor now in here. That's the 501.
James, Daryl has a question for you.
Sure.
Is your track glued or was it nailed?
Nailed.
Okay.
My cork is glued. Track is not.
Okay, yeah, because my stuff is glued.
Well, not
on my modules downstairs.
Tim. That's not correct. I started collecting to get parts to fix the one my father-in-law had, and I end up having a guy who had the Broadway Limited 501. The other 3 are more for static display, just because of my father-in-law that gave it to me as a Christmas present many years ago.
Yeah, can't remember what I used for glue on the cork, but I do know that I used no nails to glue my track to my cork bed. I think it was a epoxy. No, I think it was Gorilla Glue I used to go from the cork to the actual foam.
Okay.
And then on the end, what I did was I used actually epoxy resin, a mix for laying the track down so that when it comes to undoing and doing for storage,
yeah,
it doesn't get my rails do not get bent up. So the ends of my sections of layout, like on my Debojo and on my big scenery module of Algonquin Park.
Yeah.
Each section of 4 feet has at least 4 dabs of epoxy resin on each end, where the rest of the track is held in by no nails and the
Yeah.
ballast.
I decided that when I was building the layout, it was so easy to use nail. I wish I never, if I had a better way of doing the cork, I would have not glued the cork down too. But I like the nails, and I don't care about if I see the nails because it's just me down here, and
Yeah.
I don't see the detail, so I wasn't worried about it. And eventually, the ballast glue will hold the track down.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could figure a way of doing the feeder better, because on my yard, when I do the feeders through the side of the rail, it doesn't give me flexibility to tweak the track a little bit, but the wires makes it too rigid. So I didn't use stranded wire, so I'm not sure on that. There's a few spots that I would like to tweak the track a little bit, but I need to remove the feeder so I can move it that little amount.
So did you put your feeders in before your track?
I put them after.
I didn't have to do that with mine. I put my track in first, then I was able to do my feeders to my wires.
Yeah, so I did it, but just the way the yard laid out a bit, I had a couple of spots that was not where I liked that. I was trying to adjust it a bit, and the feeders, after I did it, was causing, I flex it enough.
Okay.
You have to see it. It's hard to see here. But no, I put them after, definitely. I didn't start it beforehand. I tried that route. I didn't like it. And I was using flexible, rigid number 20 wire too, so it doesn't give.
Oh. Okay, I was using a wire that's very flexible that does the job.
That's what I should have done.
I just picked up wire that was off of Amazon.
Yeah. Yes, I wish I had certain spots. If I used stranded wire, I would have got more flexibility. So I might relook at that before I do any balancing on that part of it. Because if the balance will hide the wire, then I can solder the wire to the rail, get the track where I want it to be, and route the wire I want. I use number 20 EWG wire from North American Wire, not China. I didn't like Chinese wire because it was too thick. But it's hard to cut. Since COVID came through, it's hard to get it out. Our doorbell is 18. I use number 20. I got 1,000 feet of number 18 stranded. Hey, going back on track with Steve, welcome. Yeah, the no wire is 20 gauge, 18 gauge, and I'm using 20. So a little bit smaller. But it's still rigid. So I might be doing something different in the spots that I want to tweak.
Okay.
And derail Dale used number 29 gauge, but then if you're running 14 for your bus and you're running 29, yeah, 20. That's what I use. But it's American-made wire, not made in China.
Let's see here.
It's a NTE. Where's it made? I don't see it on here. 20 gauge solid, 100 feet.
Actually, I think I got the wire.
But that's what I got. But
Let's see here for a sec. Where is it? Ah,
good night, Edward. Thanks for coming. January lasts longer. Are you sure there, Todd? Yeah, so that's what I'm using, Steve. It's 20 gauge wire.
so yeah, I actually to go down the length of my modules, we used 12 gauge
Yeah.
and the actual trucker stuff. If you can see,
I can't see the number. It's too hard to focus.
it's 12 gauge, 89.6000.
Yeah, mine is my main line is 14, but I use it's called primary wire. It's made for automotive. It has a soft. It is not 300 volt rated wire, but it's easier to crimp.
Yeah, but the small stuff I use to branch off the main wire is what's actually connected to the track.
Yeah.
Because the 12 gauge gets connected to basically the next section with our Anderson power poles that we use.
Yeah, well, I'm using
whereas everyone used to use what they call the trailer connectors.
Right.
We're now using a system, I guess, that we followed off of what the Primo guys are using, and we call it the Anderson power poles, where it's audio wire, so you basically use audio wire up to the module, and then on the module you use the 12 gauge, and then from there you go off split with the little guys.
You're doing good there, Steve. That's perfect.
Actually, I think I got the stuff right here. Hang on.
We have a different plug on our club layout. They're like a computer plug, and they're into the module. I just need to find a more flexible wire for certain spots on the yard so I can tweak the track, because I can't move it with this wire in place.
Ah, there it is.
And if the ballast would hide the wire, then I can move the wire out a bit more. But I am going to make a few changes. Before I do ballast, I'm going to be changing some of the feeders on the yard.
So yeah, and then what I've also used, I've actually used 22 gauge as my feeders.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
Stranded or solid?
I believe it's stranded.
Okay. I might look at that, because when I did the yard, the way the yard pieces went in, I wasn't getting. I had some peaks in the track that I couldn't get out. And I remember how I maneuvered the track. I couldn't get it 100% straight.
Okay.
There we go.
And then I have the phone connector, the UP5s for connecting the Digitrax to the actual system.
I got a whole spool of 22 gauge bell wire and telephone wire in the garage. But that stuff is so dirty and it's not tinned, it's garbage wire.
Well, what are you going to do? Well, basically, if it's scrapped, send it to metal. Maybe you may get something out of it.
Oh, I can't bother. It's in the garage. I got out my cousin Eddie. He worked from Bell. The better stuff is Cat 5. It's tinned.
Just that my brother, he actually.
It's just the spacing, Andy, trying to get it to run. There's flexible track. That's flexible. I prefer solid. Well, I use stranded for my bus line. Because I use suitcase connectors. And you don't use suitcase connectors on solid wire.
No. And on stranded wire, I don't either. I actually solder all my wires.
Okay, Floyd, thanks for popping in. I use 3M suitcase connectors. I also use Waco's too, though. You ever seen Waco connectors? They're a lever connector.
Maybe.
They're a lever connector. I use them too.
Okay.
I got them. There's a YouTuber guy that did a demo on that a few years back. If you ever got a troubleshoot, you can pop out a wire, test it, and put it back in. Yes, I use Waco's, Robin. Yeah, I use them all the time. But I do use suitcase too, though. But you gotta have the you need the right crimping tool for suitcase. Okay, Chris, thank you, bye. Well, Raider, I do. My job was electrical, and I use them all the time.
Yeah, I'll just stick to soldering. I like soldering's a lot easier. Plus, it holds the wire a lot longer. I don't really trust suitcase connectors or that.
But see, when you're an electrician and you work with it all your life, you know what you're doing. I'll change the camera on. I'll show you these. Okay, these are made by Klein. These are not cheap tools. These are the proper crimper for suitcase connectors.
Okay.
If you use these and you use stranded wire and you use good quality suitcase, you never have a problem. Never will. I have to depend on my wiring skills for work, so I did for 45 years. But I haven't used them. I bought a guy out west made some breakout boards for soldering too. I also have some soldering sleepers I got from the UK. You take out the cedar, you take out a railway tie.
Yeah.
And you solder these in place. And there's two connections in the center of the rail for the feeder.
Okay.
That's right, Reed. You have to do it what works for you. But same thing. When we used to do electrical work in the bigger stuff and crimp tools, the crimps that we used had markings on the crimp. And every one of those markings was a crimp point, a crimp zone. We had them all cut. And the inspector would inspect them, but they're crimped. They're not soldered. I'm talking cable that's that big around. 7 inch, big stuff.
Yeah.
And I have furrows too for small wire, especially if you go into a terminal board on your DCC system. I use the furrows for that, the crimp, to make the stranded wire better for a terminal connection.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
But I do have, so I might try that too, but I haven't got. Nothing wrong with that too, Tim. It's I prefer. I bought a spool of 14 gauge speaker wire. So I used, and some what do you call primary wire, made for automotive. That was more flexible.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool, Thomas. So Thomas, Bob's he collects spikes.
Okay.
He collects spikes. But yeah. But I think everybody's going to find their different wiring technique works best for them, and it's all that matters.
No, definitely.
And whatever makes it easier too. That's what I find. When you get older, I know what better to layout. If I could do it on top of the bench, I would. But everything on my yard, it's all hooked up temporarily, and I don't have any feeders on this side of the room where I'm sitting right now. There's not one feeder here yet.
Oh.
I ran a bus line around the layout to hook up the turntable, but there's not one feeder on this side, but they're all soldered though. Yeah, I do, Thomas. But they're soldered.
Okay.
They have expansion joints at where the turnouts are. Okay, I didn't solder through them. I don't solder turnouts, but they say it's a good.
You don't solder turnouts?
Not the connection, no.
Because that's what I did with my track. All my track, it's all soldered at the joiners.
I solder the joiners for the track, but I don't solder the joiners at the turnout.
Oh, I do, because I actually run wires to the switch.
That's
to the
right.
track.
I found this too hard, difficult to get wires soldered onto the. I gotta work with my vision these days now, so I have to adjust around it. Well, yeah. Well, I work for an electrical company. I got my wire from work, and if I want more wire, I can get out and get more wire. I'm not sure if I would. I have some telephone wire that is 22 gauge, 24 gauge. The wire it's very dirty and it's non-tinned. You got to sand every joint and tin it, and that's a lot of extra work. I prefer to use pre-tinned wire. So I think Cat 5, Cat 6 cable is tinned. So I remember when I first started working in electrical field and we were rearranging the shop, I got a 24 extension ladder and climbed up the telephone pole and rehooked up the telephone wires to the shop. I wasn't waiting for Bell Canada. I climbed the pole. Here we go. And I wired the shop. Yeah, but it doesn't matter what insulate or whatever, Thomas. It has to be the right wire. If it's not tinned, it's harder to use. It's dirty wire. That's why it's not good for telephone, because it gets corroded and you get a bad connection. Because the bare copper gets corroded. So Bob, we went beyond our hour.
Yeah.
We unboxed locomotives.
Yeah.
We talked about my battery backup system.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the something else for programming, but I didn't have my program track anyhow. But I need to learn that. Tin wire can cause high resistance in telephony. Just saying. The tinny shrinks. Yeah, right, Andy.
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good chunk tonight, which is good.
Yeah. But I'm gonna work on Sure, I got them built. I just gotta fit them, and I can put locomotive up on the shelf.
Yeah.
And I'll play with my program on these here. Hey, Delaware, welcome to. Thanks for welcome to the chat. But I'll figure those out eventually. I'll talk to some people. John will help me too. I got his email.
Oh yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, Thomas. So you're off next 4 days? You were saying?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I've been off. Well, I'm not off. Tomorrow's the last day off. I got to go back to work Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I had a 4-day weekend from Saturday to Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I just got back home from Delaware, Baltimore, Maryland.
No.
Oh.
Hey, Thomas.
But that was that GP9, and it's a quiet running locomotive.
Sounds like it's at half volume, or is it at max?
I turned the volume off. That was volume. That's max plus. That's factory setting for volume.
Okay, yeah. Because I know with with a lot of my units, I've actually dropped my volume to half, so I don't blow the speakers.
Oh, okay.
If you have them at max, they're going to start scratching.
Yeah, I haven't done much in the CV setting at all. In time.
Oh. Well, with ESU, it's a lot easier because if you actually go into when you actually load it up and you read it, all you got to do is just pull the slider over and it drops it to half.
Yeah. If I had an ESU programmer and it'd be a different scope. I don't have them yet. It's not on the budget list, but eventually.
Yeah.
But if you have Ather and Genesis, you got Tsumi or soundtracks in them.
Oh. Thanks, Thomas. It's not my layout. That's the club's layout.
Yeah. But yeah. The problem is for me, if it's a newer engine, the newer ones are plug and play, then I could probably do it myself. But the older stuff, not. But you're talking $130 for a sound decoder. I talked to the guy at the club. He wants $100 to install a chip in. That's quite pricey for a locomotive. So I usually buy them already ready to rock and roll from factory.
Yeah. No, I got my guy who I get the decoder and the speakers from, and it's a pretty good price.
But it's close to home, right?
Well, no, actually, he lives out in Oshawa right now.
Oh, okay.
He used to live in Ottawa, but now he lives out in Oshawa.
Yeah.
Because he works for CP Rail.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
And from what it sounds like, he could be going on his course to become a hogger.
What's a hogger?
Locomotive operator. Right now he's a conductor, but it's almost that time where he can actually go for his hogger course. So all he does is, so that way there, he's actually always in the right seat. He doesn't have to get out and actually build the train anymore. He just...
Oh, okay. So he actually operates the locomotive.
Yes.
Now what does Robin want now?
I don't know what Robin wants.
I haven't pulled out all my cabooses, Robin, yet. That's next.
Don't. No. That's another time.
No, not tonight. We're kind of close, but no, I'm not going to do that. Not until I get my drawer built. So Hogger's an engineer. So he's the operator of the locomotive.
Yes.
And the conductor does all the dirty work.
Yes.
So what I call that.
They combine brakeman and all that into the conductor mode, whereas the conductor just used to always just keep track. Brakeman, coupling, uncoupling, it's now all the conductor.
Oh, okay. Because Sparky had to work some overtime, and his boss said, "You just gotta sit and watch." Oh, he wants RGS spike. Okay. An RGS spike. Okay. Well, I think we've had a good show. I think we're gonna call it quits. I'll go visit the wife upstairs, and I want everybody to thank you for coming in. Now, Mikey should be back. He's live Wednesday for Cap Crew Wednesday. I believe Chris is doing live on Thursday this week.
Yes, he is. He took
He'll be
over
back
for
in
Tim.
there, Monday for Remembrance Day.
Mike's taking over Monday night.
Next week, yeah.
Okay.
And Chris is doing Thursday.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody popping in. Until the next one, as Mikey always says, keep it on the track. And Chris, I got it.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you.
This was fun.